All right, my friends, welcome back. Happy Friday to you, starting the weekend out right. We've got the moon moving into Gemini, connecting with Mars today at 9 degrees. We've got the sun at the anaretic degree, the last degree, critical degree of Pisces, ending a journey before we begin a new one come Saturday. Okay, let me show you the chart here. Cool stuff going on. So the moon here and Mars, okay, at 9 degrees of Gemini. We are seeking our truth. Emotionally, we are setting down what our truth could have been and seeking, okay, new opportunities. We are allowing ourselves to move beyond, okay, our normal parts of living. You know, if we have a lot of earth energy in us, sometimes this energy can be, you know, I don't want to start a project until I can, you know, perfect it. So sometimes that energy never gets done. All right. So Mars is saying, let's go. Let's just do it. You know, that Jackson Pollock, thank you for my friend, whoever posted that the other day as I was seeking in the back of my mind, who in the world is this artist that just throws the paint on the wall, you know, the Jackson Pollock kind of thing, just creating, you know, not allowing ourselves to be stuck in a certain mode of thinking that this is how a painting has to look, that this is how I'm supposed to look, dress, walk, talk. This is how I'm supposed to think to fit in with the community, okay? As Mars and the moon are starting to create that trine over there to Saturn in the air sign of Aquarius, okay? And Saturn and Jupiter up there, they're kind of saying, you know, look this way. If you're gonna be a part of this group, you have to look a certain way. You know, and there's a certain truth, okay? If you're going to go to yoga class, you're probably going to wear some sort of yoga clothes. If you're going to a taekwondo or karate class, you're probably going to wear a gi or whatever the karate uniform is. Forgive me if that's improper. Whatever, you know, that look to fit into that. But that doesn't mean that once you walk out the door that you have to wear that same uniform, okay, to show everybody that you are a yoga person or you are a karate person, or you don't have to wear a wardrobe of what an attorney looks like or a salesperson looks like. You know, you're allowed to be your own unique individual self. Now that brings us to the sun over here at 29 degrees of Pisces. Again, know your chart. Where is this falling for you? This is like looking through the kaleidoscope, okay, and seeing the prism of the many multitude of colors and seeing how they all come into one focal point here into your eye. It's like through this one lens, we're able to see all of these colors, okay? So in that and of itself, it's like the Aries or the Leo might show up and be on that dance floor, okay? And just having that free time and no care in the world, okay? The Virgo or the Aquarius might be sitting back like, I don't want to be judged for the way that I'm dancing, you know, or an earth sign placement. I don't want to be judged, you know, Capricorn, this is my reputation and how I look and how I'm perceived to other people. I might not want to be judged or might want to do that, you know? So it's like they take a stance back. Wallflowers, perhaps, you know, I'm not saying every Capricorn or whatever, but this is the energies of the zodiac, right? So this is like, we need that Aries fire energy or that Leo expressing its love and freedom to be playful energy to show to some of that earth sign, perhaps, or, you know, to break us out of the shell, or that Aquarian energy, you know, to break us out of the shell of just sitting back, being the observer and going a part of it. Just the same, you know, by meticulous planning, Virgo energy, or again, that Aquarian energy or the Capricorn, by meticulously planning something out, okay, and having a vision for the future, it's like the other energies that have that I'm a go in the flow, go in the moment, you know, those energies of the go in the flow moment need to see what meticulous craftsmanship looks like. And it's just like, wow, that can't be produced in just on the fly. Right? This is something that's a skilled trade that takes a lot of time. And just the same as if we're a rugged, strict, structured individuals, that everything is about logic and not paying attention to the emotional sides of things. You know, it's just like being pulled over. You know, well, this is the rule. You were speeding. You went through a red light. You weren't paying attention to, you know, the rules of the road. the rules that we have put in here, you're supposed to obey that digital traffic light, even though there might not be somebody coming. But this is saying, well, why did you run that red light? I'm ill driving myself to the hospital, or there could be some other thing. And now emotion comes into play because this is an unseen aspect. If we're only looking at the strict and rigid aspects of order and protocol, okay? Well, now emotion's involved. We're getting my wife to the hospital. She's about to deliver the baby. And it seemed as if no traffic being involved here was the best option, the best route to take. Are you going to ticket us for that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like each element in the zodiac, each sign is a flavor, is a color that plays into one another. There's no best. And I think it's interesting being a part of some of these astrology groups, like, well, what's the best sign or what's the best placement? And it's like, there's not. There really isn't. It's like you're the best version of those placements. You're the best version of those aspects. And it takes all of us, all of the many hands to come together, to create and to show the beauty of the rainbow, to see the beauty of that prism. So if we're being down on ourselves right now, it's like celebrate yourself, celebrate who you are and the color that you add to the spectrum, whether it's a bright, vibrant red or a dim, maybe mutable, burgundy. Maybe it's a muted yellow, or maybe it's freaking, school bus bright yellow is your color. And it's just like, whatever it is, that's okay. We're all colors of the spectrum and we all need each other, right? And it's just the same as, we're manifesting individuals in our lives, relationships, that's romantic or business partners or anything, to teach us, right? I know myself and some of my best friends, we all worked for the same boss. And now we've all become bosses in our own jobs. And that one boss that we, love to hate in a certain way because in an aspect he was terrible. He taught us all how to be a better boss, how to be a better version of ourselves, so that when we became in this position, we didn't treat the people, that were working for us in a less than attitude, okay? So it's like we're constantly learning and growing and expanding. This is part of the beauty, of Jupiter here and Neptune once again getting closer and closer together, this expansion of community, expansion of the unseen, the unconscious, and all coming together to realize that we all have an important part to play, and that all of these different elements, all of these people around us are adding to that spectrum of color, and that's so that we can shine beautifully the exact way that we're supposed to, without fault, without guilt, without fear, right? It's like fear is self-doubt, and self-doubt is on the other side of self-love, right? That's part of the spectrum here. So coming back to that place of self-love, coming back that 29th, that critical degree, it's just like, it's that those critical degrees are like, we must understand these points. We must understand the beauty of all the colors of the rainbow and what it is that you're adding to it, okay? And being perfectly, beautifully yourself. My friends, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Vivid, vibrant, bright. I love you. I wish you enough, and we'll see you tomorrow.